I knew golf was going to be a lifelong endeavor for me in high school. We had a very competitive golf team. We had more competition on our own team than we did for the whole county. It was just great, good friendship, good camaraderie. So the next step that became known to me to continue this, I decided to play a little college golf. Didn't know until the midsummer, entered a few tournaments. I played pretty well. A couple colleges looked at me and I went away to play some college golf. And in my sophomore year, I got called back from one of the golf pros that I had worked at a golf course. And he asked me if I wanted to take up my assistantship. You know, and at that point, I loved school, but golf was the main reason I was at school. So I decided to take a break, and I came back to Long Island and I became a golf pro. And I can remember as a kid, before I went to college, that it was the golf pro that was here at Pine Hills that gave me the PGA manual and said, I think you'd make a good golf professional. I'm going to leave you my books. So there were always things in the back of my mind, just whispering in my ear, that this was maybe a path that I might want to discover. And I came home from college and I became an apprentice. Well, I had been at a golf course since I was 9 years old. I caddied, I worked in the pro shops, I did carts. Matter of fact, my first job in a pro shop, I was 11, and my lunch break would be 9 holes with an electric golf cart. So think an 11-year-old, and I bought my first monogrammed golf shirt when I was 12. So I've always loved golf, I've always loved being around it, and I love the competition. And my dad taught me at a very early age how to compete and just how to be a gentleman and all the etiquette that was involved in it. And I really enjoyed that part of it. Some of the history here at Pine Hills, which is a great question because it brings back a lot of memories and history for me that, you know, when you're here so long every day is exciting. Every day you never know what you're going to face, and it's probably what I love most about here. But we've gone from a par 71 golf course to a 73, back to a 72, back to a 73. And the reasons I say things like that is we never sit still here at Pine Hills. You know, we tend to, you know, to try to move forward, to try to always stay competitive, to stay ahead of the market, not equal to the market. And I think we're blessed here with everything that we have, with the great practice facilities and just second to none. Matter of fact, I don't know any other golf course on the island that can offer what we have. So we've changed some interesting par 3s to 4s, 4s into 5s, 5s into 4. And these went with great strides of studying, pace of play, enjoyment, you know. And as an older pro now, I can look back years and years ago how, you know, again, as a golf pro, that ego gets in your mind where you want the golf course to be defended, you want it to be tough. And you realize that this golf course, these golf courses all over, are made for recreational pleasure, made for people who work every day, that this is what they do for enjoyment. So we've tried to make changes that accommodated to most people. Now, can't accommodate everybody, but I find that most of the adjustments that we made, the expenses that were brought out on the golf course, were made just for the betterment of play. One, visit our website. There's been a tremendous amount of work done, both in our internal office as well as some of the staff here, always making improvements, the layovers of the holes. We have what we call our professional tips on how to play the holes. We have some videos on there for golfers to just work on their short game, work on wind play. We try to be as golfer friendly here. We try to be as proactive as we possibly can to make your playing experience really, really good. I'd like you to know what you're coming into, and then I'd like to hear what you have to say at the end. And we just hope that we're surpassing all your expectations here. I think some specific things that the golfers will find here is from the moment they drive into the parking lot, just meeting our staff of cart guys and my starters, that the first thing that should be quoted to you is, hey, thanks for coming out today. We appreciate your business. To the time you come into the pro shop, to hitting some of our demo clubs, to visiting our putting green, to our 80-yard short game area, to the restaurant upstairs, to the 18-hole of golf course, and to look around at some of the fields that we have and the pools and the weight rooms. It is just a tremendous facility that, private or public, I don't think you're going to find anywhere else on Long Island. The conditions here at Pine Hills and how it plays would be, we have two completely different golf courses between the front nine and the back nine. Front nine's a little bit longer, straighter. Strategically, has to be played pretty well. It's really all carry. You don't get a lot of roll. The fairways are very plush, in great conditions. The rough we try to keep down to a minimum. The greens are the best that I've ever seen them. So there's some scoring that can happen. You can pick up some shots. And then we get to the back nine, which is basically known as Conway's Corner. It's a lot of dog legs. It's a lot of feast and famine. There's a lot of go for broke and kind of die by the sword type of game. And for someone like myself, that excites me. I'm glad that that's the way the golf course goes. It's one of those where I think you can complete your best round playing like that, and it could be one that just totally shoots your best round and you want to come back for revenge. So the conditions just play to every type of golfer. So some of the things that we've done in such difficult times where, we added drainage systems to the greens that have made our greens these last several years competitive with some of the private clubs, rolling that good. We also put in a brand new irrigation system, state of the art, that is run from iPads and phones that we can spot syringe, that will tell us with weather stations how much water these greens need in certain spots. So we're ahead of humidity, we're ahead of the heat, we're ahead of the anthracnose and all these diseases that within a day or two could just close you for a season. And that's the weather here on Long Island. And as excited as I am as staff, I'm more excited for the other side of the counter, for all the patrons who support here, for their love of the game, that their experience is that much better. And I will tell you, you never get tired of hearing how great the golf course looks and plays. When I was young and I was playing, I played basically because my father played. And my father would bring me along. He'd work a couple jobs and drag me along to play golf with him. And it was a great way for us to bond, for him to talk about life. But before I could play, he taught me the rules of golf, the etiquette of golf. In today's day, and there's nothing wrong, but a lot of parents in today's world don't play, but they see what a great opportunity and what a great game that this game of golf is. It's a game of a lifetime, and it's not about scholarships, it's not about anything except that you can enjoy a game of golf for a lifetime, no matter what business you're in, no matter what. The children of today do have to be educated in the game of golf, that they just can't come out here just for their own safety. And maybe they need to have a little tutelage from their local golf pros, and maybe bring them out to the driving ranges or the short game academies that we have even here at Pine Hills to offer, so they can enjoy this game for a lifetime the right way. We do have camps here. We have PGA Juniors, which is a big thing now, where golfers who aren't really golfers, children who really want to get into the game of golf, come into one of their local pros, and they have a PGA golf pro like myself, that take 12 kids and they learn how to play competition from within themselves. And it's a weekly thing. It goes on for 6 or 8 weeks. And my job with that is, in the 6th or 7th week, that the parents are asking me, how do I sign up for this for next year? And then I know I've done my job and I've planted that seed. And it's not for everybody, but I try to make that these children love what's been so good in my life. And I look today at all the men's clubs that I have, a men's club here since 1986. And I look back that some of the members in there are juniors that I played with so many years ago. And I know at that point, when they're so young, they can't see that far ahead. But, with all the ladies' leagues and the men's leagues that we have here, it shows about camaraderie. We all like a little competition, but it's all about the friendships that we develop through this great game of golf. If I had to sum up what it would be like playing at Pine Hills, I would have to say the complete golf experience. It's just always different, always giving something better, And it comes again right from our main headquarters with the support that we have from the staff to my staff to the grounds crew. From the second you walk in to your practicing, to your playing, to the burger and beer that you have at the end, it's where you want to be.